One last hot button item that I can think of in family law, alimony.
What do you mean? People disagree about alimony?
I mean, do they? Do they? People don't just say, how do I make out the check? How does alimony work? I mean, we hear, and people come up and they watch TV or they're reading something on the internet, or I don't think they have something for law like they do with medicine with WebMD. But I can only imagine, how many times have I had to say, your Google search doesn't outrank my law degree.
Right.
However, I've heard permanent alimony. I've heard temporary alimony. I mean, what are the differences? When is it involved? When is it awarded? When is it appropriate? When is it frowned upon? Talk about that.
Okay. Alimony is really going to be about need and ability to pay. That's your threshold analysis. So if a party has a financial need for the alimony and the other party has the financial ability to pay, the court can go further and then consider if it's going to award alimony or not. You threw out the P word, permanent alimony. Permanent alimony is gone. Those days are over. There's no more permanent alimony according to the statute, and that was also one of the amendments that came out in 2023. We do have Bridge the Gap. That's for short-term marriages, really short. Just kind of helps somebody get back acclimated to single life, usually not for a period of more than 2 years. It's normally non-modifiable. You have temporary alimony. That's going on during the case. It's temporary so that the parties could survive throughout the litigation, because family law could take a year or longer if it's a contested case, so you might need some support. Durational alimony is exactly what it sounds. It's for a duration of time. Short-term marriages now are 10 years or less. When you cross the 10-year mark, then you're into the intermediate middle range.
It was 7.
It's changed.
It used to be 7.
Yes.
And now it's 10. Okay.
And you start getting into long-term at 20 or longer. And then, we look at, the length of it is based on the length of marriage. So it's 50% short, 60, then 75. And it's the percentage is the length. And the judge is not supposed to kind of go beyond those lengths. And then we have caps. There used to be no caps. It was just at the judge's discretion. Now, this is very important. You listen close. Is 35% the difference in the net income or the actual need, whichever is less? Okay, so a lot of times people will come in, talking about your Google search, it's 35%. And I'm like, well, you still have to show the need. So if your husband, is making good money and you do the 35% calculation, and then you really think, okay, well, I'm going to get 35%. Well, we still have to show your need, and we have to show how that's going to be required. So those are some things to consider. Another little interesting tidbit is the statute doesn't mention permanent alimony, and it has those durational caps that we discussed, but there is an exceptional circumstance clause, and because this is a new statute, there's not a whole lot of cases on that.
Oh, so it's just a free-for-all to interpret what it means.
Well, maybe if there's an exceptional circumstances, the court can go further.
Got it.
So, but there's just not a lot of cases on that at this point.
Very good, very good. Great advice as always.